All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Achievement Apex. My name is Brendan Murphy, and today we're going to be talking about how you can deal with anxiety, uncertainty, and fear of loss when you're trading. It can be really daunting when you go to place that trade, right? Let's say you're pretty new to day trading and you go in and you're like, okay, this looks like a good place to buy, but you're like, oh, but what if it goes wrong? What if I buy and then it turns around and I don't have a stop loss, or what if I lose too much money that I can't handle? Like, your mind just starts racing, and by the time you stop panicking, it's too late for the trade anyway, so you missed out because you were too hesitant to place it. So this video is all about how you can conquer that trading anxiety, and so you can be confident in yourself to make the trade. And the first thing you should do to conquer this is trade in a demo account to gain experience. If you don't know what a demo account is, pretty much every broker out there allows you to try a demo account. And a demo account is basically you can trade with live market prices exactly as it would be trading with real money, but it's fake money. So you can try day trading, but none of your real money's at risk. So if you were going to start with like $1,000, you can set your demo account to $1,000 and try it out to see how you would have gone. And when you do this, you can kind of build up a mental bank of what works and what doesn't, what kind of trades you find work for you, what kind of market conditions you respond well to. Like, are you like a reversal trader or a trend follower? You can kind of play around and see what kind of style you like. But I'm pretty sure all of you know about a demo account, and in most cases, the anxiety and uncertainty comes when you move from a demo account to real money, because with real money, you do have something to lose, and therefore you doubt yourself because you don't want to lose that money. So what can you do in the real market with real money to reduce this anxiety? So the second tip is start with an insignificant amount of money. If you have like $1,000 and you're putting on like $100 per trade, of course you're going to feel scared because that's 10% of your capital. If that trade goes wrong, then you've only got 900 left. It only takes 10 of those trades for you to lose everything. Like, that's a huge amount of risk. What if all you had to lose on that trade was $1? Would you care? It's like, oh, if it goes wrong, I lose $1. Cool. And I'm not saying you should always trade with 0.1% of your capital, but you should do it for long enough that you get a feel for the real money kind of things, and you do it with an amount that doesn't cause you to be fearful. And when you do this, you base your results on percentages. So like if you're risking $1 per trade and you're making $1.50 per trade, you see you've got a risk reward of 1.5 there. And then once you become super, super confident with these low position sizes, then you can increase to like $2, and then you would be making $3 per trade. Then it's $4, making $6 per trade. And eventually you scale up, bit by bit, you become more confident. So now $5 has the same kind of emotional response to you as $1 used to. And you do this over time, and eventually you'll be trading with the numbers you want to be, and you'll still have that confidence that you gained by starting with a small amount of money. The third thing you can do to conquer trading anxiety is try a different trading style. So you've probably heard that there's like scalping, day trading, swing trading, and then like longer term investing. And each of them have their own pros and cons. I'm actually doing a series right now called Day Trading Versus. I've just uploaded the Day Trading Versus Investing episode, and each week there'll be another one to follow. So you can click up in the corner and see those videos if you like. But like, let's say you're scalping, for instance. You're like watching the 1 minute chart and you're making trades every 5 minutes. Like, maybe this is just too stressful. Maybe you're like you can't wrap your head around all of these fast moves, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Maybe if you moved to day trading or swing trading, where you're placing a trade like once a day or once a week, at that point it's like, okay, this is so much easier to handle. I don't have a constant barrage of candles and information coming at me. I've actually got time to look at the candles, process the information, and make an informed decision. So therefore, I'm more confident in what I'm doing because I don't feel like flustered and rushed all the time. The fourth thing you can do to reduce trading anxiety is get yourself in a good mindset. So obviously when you're trading, you want to be calm, rational. You don't want like emotions going all over the place. So like you need to find something that allows you to get into this calm, steady state. And for some people, like for example, you might like meditate for 5 minutes before you trade. I'm not saying you have to. Some people like that and it calms them down, allows them to think. You might like put on some music, some calm music that you like to listen to when you trade, keeps you in the zone and focused. For some people, that might be like a coffee before work, just as a routine. Like, obviously, don't just slam back coffees all throughout the day, but like one before work to, like, okay, now I'm at work, I've had my coffee, it's go time. Just whatever it is that gets you in the zone, do that before you trade. So that way you know you're thinking clearly and you're ready to give it your all. Number 5 is you've got to make sure you're physically healthy. So this doesn't mean you go to the gym every single day and you slam all the weights. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It's just like, make sure you're sleeping good. Make sure like you're going outside, go for a walk, or just make sure you're moving, because when you're keeping your body in like peak condition, then your mind will follow, because your mind's part of your body. So if you have a good sleep routine, you're getting adequate rest, you're going for walks, you just have a lot more energy throughout the day. So then that means you can focus for longer on day trading, and that'll lead to better results. But the biggest thing I think for that is just make sure you're getting enough sleep. Get 8 hours a night. If you're sleeping 4 hours a night thinking like, I've got 4 extra hours during the day, I get more done, I'm more productive, I think you'll actually find that those extra 4 hours you get ends up with 6 less productive hours. So when you're tired, you're less productive during those hours. So even though you have 4 extra hours, you're getting less done every hour of work. So therefore, you're just feeling tired all day and you're getting less done. Whereas if you sleep enough, then you have enough energy, your hours are more productive, you're thinking clearly, you can trade better with less emotion because you're calm and you're in the zone and you're healthy, So yeah, take care of your body. The 6th thing you should be doing to reduce trading anxiety is working on yourself all the time. That means like watching educational YouTube videos such as this one. So if you're watching it, you're doing a good job. Keep doing that. Like reading books, listening to podcasts, trying to become more and more healthy over time. Basically anything you can do that allows you to learn more, become healthier, smarter, more focused over time. Just be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday, and a better version next week than you were today, and then the next week, and so on. Just constantly improve yourself, improve your knowledge, improve your skills. Because if your uncertainty to trade right now is caused by a lack of experience and knowledge on trading, then improving that is obviously going to alleviate this problem. And in reality, it's probably not one single thing that causes the uncertainty, but a lack of experience and knowledge is probably one factor that goes into it. So by improving yourself, you're able to alleviate that factor, and then you can focus on the others. So yeah, constantly work on yourself, get better, more knowledgeable. That way you can apply that knowledge to your trading and get better results. The 7th thing you can do to reduce uncertainty is to trade slower or less volatile instruments. Let's say at the moment you're trading like cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is really volatile. Like we had Bitcoin go from 20,000 to 60,000. That's 300%. And then it dropped back down to 40,000. Like, this is huge, right? And it happened really quickly too. Whereas let's say you traded something that instead of moving 300% in like a couple months, it moves like 1% or 2%. When you trade a slower or less volatile instrument, it gives you more time to analyze the trade. So you don't have to be like making decisions in the second. With a really volatile instrument, if you miss that 1 second window, it's gone. It's too late. You missed the trade. Whereas if you have a slow instrument, it's like, all right, I can sit here, I can process the information, I can make sure it lines up with my indicators. Okay, this is a good trade. I can double check, I've got time. And even if it goes wrong, I've done my due diligence. So I know that it was a good decision regardless of the outcome. So you can be more confident in yourself when you have that time to process information better. Number 8, if you're not doing it already, you should be employing risk management tools such as like stop losses, position size limits, maybe like trailing stops, or indicators that give you areas where you might want to place your stop loss. Because if you aren't using these risk management tools and you place a trade and you're uncertain, a lot of that uncertainty comes from not having a stop loss. Because if you had a stop loss at $1, you'd be like, all right, worst case scenario, I lose $1. With no stop loss, now your losses are theoretically pretty much infinite. Instead of being able to say, all right, I'm going to lose $1, now you can be like, okay, what if the market drops here and I lose 10? What if it drops even further? I lose 100. Oh my God. And the risk and the reward's only like $1.20. Like, is this even worth it? Set the stop loss and be like, okay, I'm using my risk management tools. I've got my stop loss. I know my position size is good. I'm not going to lose more than $1 on this trade. So I'm okay. I can take the trade. I don't have to worry about losing all my money. Number 9 is have a pre-trade routine. Have it on pen and paper. Have a bunch of boxes that you need to tick before you place a trade. So one might be RSI is below 20. Moving average is pointing up. Price is below Bollinger Bands. I'm not thinking emotionally. You tick all those off, then you can make the trade. That way, because you've done your analysis and you've ticked off all your boxes, you can be confident that it's a good decision regardless of the outcome. And what that also allows you to do, which brings me on to number 10, is respect your former self. So when you're trading, you don't have rules that you must stick to every single time. What happens is you look back at what did happen and it's like, oh my God, I sat there and I missed it. I could have made $100 here. And it's like, hindsight is 2020. It looks so obvious, right? But if it was that obvious, you would have done it. And so when you have that pre-trade routine, you can look back and instead of saying, oh, I could have made $100, you can say, no, I had my pre-trade routine. That trade didn't align with my rules. So therefore, if I had taken that trade, it would have been a bad trade, even though it had a good outcome. Anyone can get lucky. A monkey can place a trade and make $1,000 just by mere probability. So you have to dissociate the outcome of the trade with the quality of your decision making and your entry. So by having the pre-trade routine, that's one way of doing that. And similarly to the pre-trade routine, on the other side, we have number 11, which is keep a trade journal. So when you're placing a trade, write down where you entered, what was your reason for entering, how's your emotions looking right now, and keep a track of all your trades going into the future. And then eventually what this gives you is very clear data and analytics of how you trade and what conditions you have that actually work well for you. Let's say you're keeping this trade journal and now you can find out, okay, my win rate is 65%. My average win is $50. My average loss is $60. And you can put these numbers into a formula that gives you your expectancy. And if that expectancy is above 1, you can say, all right, because my expectancy is above 1, I'm a profitable trader. This system I have is working, so I should always follow it, regardless of what the market looks like. If it meets my conditions, I'm going to place that trade every single time because I know that on average, I'm profitable because my expectancy is above 1. And if you want to learn about how you can plug in these statistics and come up with your expectancy, I have a video that I made very recently called The Formula for Day Trading Success. I'll link it up in the corner as well if you want to go watch that. But basically what this allows you to do is have confidence in your system, because a lot of this hesitancy comes from not having a system and not having confidence. If you're just winging it, you have no data to back up your decision. It's like, well, hope it goes well. But when you have this system with proven results based on data, you can be like, all right, I know this is a good trade because of all this data that I have. It proves that if I make this trade 10 times, I will be profitable on average. So just to recap all of those things, if you haven't begun trading because you're scared or you want to try out strategies that you haven't before, start off by trading in a demo account. And in the demo account, use numbers that are realistic to you. A lot of the demo accounts seem to start you off with $100,000 or $1 million, and most beginners don't have that. So set the demo account to a number that you have. Number 2 is start trading with an insignificant amount of money. Keep that position size small so that there's literally basically no loss and you're just like, well, that's all right if I lose that because it's a tiny bit of money. Number 3 is try a different trading style. If you're scalping or day trading, try swing trading or longer term investing. Number 4 is do things that keep you calm. Listen to calm music, meditate, whatever it is that gets you in the zone and focused. Number 5, make sure you're keeping your body healthy and taking care of yourself, getting adequate sleep. Number 6, make sure you're working on self-improvement, read books, watch videos, get smarter, more knowledgeable so you can apply that to trading. Number 7, trade slower or less volatile instruments to give you more time to make those educated decisions in your trading. Number 8, use risk management tools so that you're not uncertain about how much you're going to lose. You know that there's a cap if stuff goes wrong. Number 9, have the pre-trade routine that you go through every time before you place the trade. Number 10, respect your former self because he had the pre-trade routine and don't fall victim to the hindsight bias where it looks so obvious when it actually wasn't. Because you had the pre-trade routine and you know that was a good decision even though it looks like you could have made money. And then lastly, keep the trade journal, come up with that clear data that allows you to plug it into the formula and know that your system is successful. So that concludes this video. I hope that one or all of these tips help your trading anxiety, uncertainty, and you can overcome your fear of loss to be more profitable. If you're interested in having me make you a custom strategy designed specifically for your goals, you can visit my website at theachievementapex.com and book in a free strategy call. We'll talk for about half an hour and get to know exactly what you need from day trading, and I'll make a custom plan specifically for you to reach your trading goals. So, Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.